Hello everyone. This is Dr. Roopsi Rathi, Assistant Professor, Department of MCA, IIMT College of Engineering, Greater Noida. Today we'll discuss about network topology. First of all, let me tell you what is network. Basically, computer network is a system where computer or any device connected with each other, or we can say two or more computers or devices are said to be interconnected if they are capable of exchanging data or information in the network. Now, what is network topology? Network topology defines the structure of the network of how all the components are interconnected to each other. Basically, it is a layout of network, either physical or logical. Here the different type of network topologies are: first one is bus topology, next is star topology, then ring topology, mesh topology, tree topology, and the hybrid topology. We'll start with the bus topology. As we can see in the figure, it is designed in such a way that all the nodes are connected through a single cable, and this single cable is known as backbone cable, as shown in the figure. Only one node is allowed to transmit at a time. If a user wants to share the information to the last node over the network, all nodes available in the network will receive the information whether it has been addressed or not. Here are some examples of bus topologies that are labs and offices. These are the perfect example of bus topology. Now we'll discuss about some advantages of bus topology. First one is lower cost cable. As we already discussed in the previous slide, in bus topology, nodes are directly connected to main cable without passing through any hub, so that the initial cost of installation is low. If we are talking about to add or remove any node in the network, in bus topology, to add or remove any node is easy in any network. It works efficiently in small network areas. Next one is familiar technology. In bus topology, terminators are used at the both end of the main cable. These terminators are easily available in the market. There are some disadvantages of bus topology as well. If we are talking about the large network, bus topology not capable in the large network area. Second is, if any fault occurs in the cable, then it would disrupt the communication for all the nodes. Simply, if the main backbone cable fails, then the whole network fails down. Need terminators. As we already discussed in the previous slides, terminators are required at both the end of the cable. Next is identification of the problem is difficult. At the time of transmit data or any information, all the nodes are available. Next is signal interference. If two nodes send data simultaneously, then two signals of both the nodes collapse with each other. Now we'll discuss about star topology. As we all can see in the figure, in this topology, each node is connected to the central node, that known as hub. This central hub is act as a server, and the connected nodes to this central hub are act as clients who want to transfer information or data in the network. The star topology is the most popular topology in the network implementation. There are some examples like educational establishment or land in the offices are the perfect example of star topology. Here's some advantages of star topology. First one is easy fault detection. In star topology, fault detection is easy as compared to the bus topology because all the nodes are connected to the central hub. Next is easy to extend as new nodes can be easily added or removed in the network. Very reliable topology. Next is limited failure. As we already discussed, in star topology, each station or nodes are connected to the central hub with its own cable. That's why failure in one cable will not affect the entire network. Next is less expensive than the other topologies. Now we'll discuss some disadvantages of star topology. First one is it requires more cables than the bus topology. Next one is in case if the central hub breaks down, then all the connecting nodes will not be able to communicate with each other. Next is more expensive than the bus topology. Next point is ring topology. As we can see in the figure, each node is connected to its exact two neighboring nodes in a form of ring structure. Diagram shows the flow of masses around the ring, unidirectional flow of messages from device to device until it reaches its destination point. There are some examples like schools and small offices are perfect examples of ring topology. Now we'll discuss some advantages of ring topology. First one is in this topology data flow in one direction because the unidirectional flow of data the chances of packet collision is less. Easy fault detection in this topology fault can be easily identified. Next one is this it is more reliable network because the communication system is not dependent on the single host computer. Next point is because of token passing, the performance of this ring topology is better and data transfer speed is very high as compared to the other topologies. Now we'll discuss some disadvantages of ring topology. First one is due to its flow of data that is unidirectional, packet must have to go through all the nodes. Next is if one connection goes down, it affects the whole network. That means whole network gets down. Expensive. It is more expensive than the star and bus topology. Next point is adding new devices or nodes to the network would slow down the whole network. Next point is if we are talking about the fault occurs, if any fault occurs in the cable, then it would disrupt the communication for all the nodes. Our next topology is mesh topology. As figure shows, here each node is connected to one or more than one node. Or we can say there are multiple paths from one computer to another computer. Each and every node can send and receive data from any other node. Here nodes act as a relay and passes their data or information towards its destination node. If we want to calculate the total number of links in the network, then we can use this formula which can shown at the screen. If we are talking about the examples of mesh topology, the telephone offices and the internet are the perfect example of mesh topology. Mesh topology is further divided into two types. The first one is fully mesh topology, another one is partially mesh topology. If we are talking about the full mesh topology, then each computer is connected to all the computers available in the network. Second is, if we are talking about the partially matched topology, then not all the computers, but some of the computers are connected to those computers which they communicate frequently. Now we will explain some advantages of mesh topologies. First one is, the mesh topology is more reliable as compared to the other, as any single node is breakdown, it will not affect the entire network. Next point is, there is no traffic problem because of dedicated path or links are available for every node. Communication between nodes is very fast. Next point is, more security and privacy in mesh topology because of the point-to-point connection of nodes are available in this topology. Next point is, more data transmission consistency because the failure of any link does not disrupt its process. Now we'll discuss some disadvantages of this topology. First one is, it is expensive as compared to the other topologies. Next point is, high power requirement because all the nodes have to be active at the time of transmission of data or an information in the network in this topology. Cost effective because it contains large number of connected devices such as routers, more transmission media than other topologies. In this network topology, the network is very large and difficult to manage and maintain. Next point is reduce efficiency. In this topology, redundant connections are high that reduce the efficiency of the network. Now we'll discuss about the tree topology. Basically, this topology having tree structure, as we can see in the figure, in which all nodes are connected like branches. Again, we can see in the figure the topmost node in tree topology is known as a root node, and all the nodes in the figure are descendant of the root node. Next is, it is a combination of bus and star topology. If we are carefully seeing the figure, here we can see a central cable and a star topology. Basically a combination of bus and star topology. We'll discuss an example like cable TV, printers, and computer connected in an organizations are perfect example of tree. Now we'll discuss some advantages of tree topology. First of all, it provides two topologies arrangements, that is hierarchically plus central. As we already discussed in our previous slide, this topology is a combination of bus and star topology. So it provides benefit of star and as well as the bus topology. Next is, it can be used conveniently as it provides simple data arrangements. Next point is, in this topology, fault can be identified easily. Next point is easy to maintain. The whole network is divided into segments and star network which can be easily managed and maintained. Last point is, the breakdown in one station or any node does not affect the entire network. Now we will discuss some drawbacks of this tree topology. First one is, if we are talking about cost, it increases the cost as it requires large number of cables in the network to connect the different nodes. Next point is dense network traffic. Because in this topology, data have to travel via central node that affects the network traffic. Next point is, if backbone cable fails, it affects entire network. Next point is, because of large number of nodes, performance is little bit slow than the other topology. If new devices are added, then it becomes difficult to reconfigure. Now we will discuss hybrid topology. As we all can see in the figure, it is a combination of different topologies to create or form a new topology. Or we can say a hybrid topology is a connection between different links and nodes to transfer data or any information in the network. For example, different departments in the college. Different departments use different topologies as per their requirement or as per their need. This is a perfect example of hybrid. Now we'll discuss some advantages of hybrid topology. First one is, it provides benefits of different topologies. As we already discussed in the previous slide, because it is a combination of different topologies, that's why this topology provides the benefit of different topologies. Next point is, this topology handles large data traffic. This topology speed is high because in this topology, two topologies work together. Next point is, if fault occurs in any part of the network, it will not affect the functioning of the rest of the network. Or we can say it doesn't affect the whole network. Next point is, this is very flexible as it can be designed accordingly to the requirement and the need of any organization. Now we'll discuss some disadvantages of this hybrid topology. First of all, complex design. The major drawback of this topology is design of hybrid topology. It is very difficult to design the architecture of the hybrid network. Next point is, it is expensive than other topologies because here hubs are used in this topology are very expensive as they are different from other topologies. Next point is, difficult to install and maintain new nodes. Because of its large scale architecture, it requires more cables, which affect the cost and the performance of the topology. In this video, we discuss different type of topologies, network topologies, which has different structure, the way of work. Each topology has used different type of hardware components like terminators, hub, routers, etc. Each topology has its own benefits and its own drawbacks. Thank you for watching the video.